grab this person thing. Or, oh, that's not it. That's not what we want to see. I want to see the Poes here. That's what I want to see. But see, the Poe basically will fly away when they notice you're close by. But you need to use your fairy bow here and actually take out the Poe paintings here. And since this other Poe has nowhere else to go, you must hit it with a bow and arrow, and now the boss fight can begin. It's our first Poe sister, and we must fight it. Now, again, Navi will tell you that the Poe will basically disappear when you're locked onto it, but basically the Poe will basically come back after a while, and then you can just attack it. And basically the big Goron sword is basically super effective on it, and basically I think it's like 2 swings of this and it will come through. There you go. Booyah! And by killing that Poe, that flame is now powering the lift at the very beginning of the game, of the stage. Cool. Enough of that. Let's grab the other one here, and then we'll have to break off, I guess. Because now we have to head back. And go off and basically use our bow to basically change the dungeon around so we can get around to a different location. Time for some warping, I guess, right? But we're gonna get this other Poe, so let's go get it ourselves, shall we? Alright, so we have to go get our next Poe. And just like before, you can't get near this one because it's gonna fly away. And it tried to reappear behind me and I had to flee because it was too close. I mean, like, this is almost as... It's about the same concept as Luigi's Mansion, where you actually had to get, you know, things out of paintings, you know? But instead of using a gadlight, you're using a bow. And here's our next boss. And just like before, you have to wait for the Poe. Now, you can attack it to make it, you know, come out of cloak faster, but just let it be. And it will most likely come back into Vex's. Because if you get near it, it'll try to spin around its little torch here to hurt you. And it'll try like that. And then it'll disappear on itself. So just keep it locked on and just get close to enough when it respawns. Strike it with that and you're good to go. Come on. Oh. Come on. Your blue sister didn't have any trouble with this. Come on. Respawn. There you go. And that takes care of that for now. Sweetness. Alright. You guys have another key. That's our 4th key in the dungeon right now. You might think, oh, let's go after God. There's a key we have to unlock later on down the road, but nope. Do not do that. Go back to whence you came and go and uncork this this corkscrew of a dungeon for you here. And so that you don't have to go back this way, you can just... Because now we have to untwist this corridor and go a different direction in the dungeon. Because now the dungeon's gonna make you do this. Now I think with the bow in hand, you can now actually damage these guys, you know, if you really want to. With the bow and arrow, you can. But, you know, what's faster is the non-ammo method, you know? Ow. Luckily, though, these bubbles do not have the... Will you stop hitting me and just get stunned, please? Thank you. It's like, man, Link is just taking hits way all the way across, you know? There we go. But now we must change the corridor around. There we go. And we must hit this switch again if we want to get back into the corridor that's twisty and 20. Because this is actually where we get our dungeon key. Yeah, this is... In the adult era, we get the addition of boss keys now. Every dungeon will now have these. And, you must use it to get into the boss room of every dungeon now. I just don't know why they have them now instead of before, but I guess there wouldn't be such a case for, like, a boss key for a bodily door for, you know, Lord Jabu Jabu in that regard. So, but we need to drop down here. And we got ourselves another bubble to handle here. A couple of them, in fact. We can test them out. Let's get these guys out of here. Hey, you! Yes, I'm talking to you. Bubble down, buddy. You take it down so the door opens up. Oh yeah, we're finally getting some use out of our items now. come out here, and we find ourselves back in that corridor we've had earlier. Oh, this guy's not gonna lock onto me, is it? Nope. There we go. Stab him. There we go. Now, I believe there's a gold... Yeah, there's a gold Skulltula over here. Now, this is kind of a tedious jump to make if you're going after it, but I would like to get those hearts if all possible. So this is going to be kind of a tricky jump because, again, when Link jumps, you know, you can't really turn his direction or anything, and that's kind of a big deal to have control of your jump, by technicality, of course. Take care of you. Might as well, if I see a gold Skulltula, I'll go after it. If it's something I can't find, I'm not going to, you know, spend my time going after it. I'm just going to grab whatever I can. Come on. Navi. You were connecting it to it earlier. Give me my gold Skulltula token. Alright, now I got to make myself warp around here. And it's a good thing the L targeting screen can actually help with the placement and everything. Just got to get myself in a better position and roll and jump. And then we got to come in here and we actually we got to put on our first time using Din's Fire. Because now we get an introduction to a Floor Master too. Yep, our first introduction of Floor Masters. These guys are kind of tedious as they will turn green and storm at you. So we hit them now and they'll split into multiple hands. If you let them regrow themselves after a while, they will go back into full big ones. So if you kill one, go immediately into Din's Fire, and you most likely, if not at the right time, take them out at any given time with very no problem. Because that means you'll have three Floor Masters to handle, and it's like, ugh, I don't want to deal with that. Getting rammed by a green hand 3 times over? No, thank you. Nope, I'm done with that crap. No, thank you. Oh boy. All right, we come back here. Now, this dungeon kind of loops on itself. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, you can go back here and say, oh, I can just warp this dungeon back and everything, you know, but we got the 2 keys that we need. We can actually just use the, I want to say we can use this now, so let's use it. So if we use it again, return to the warp point. There we go. And now we've kind of saved ourselves some time. Booyah! I love it how you can save time like that. I mean, like, you know, beforehand, I just never had the use of Fiore's Wind. I just never had the reason to use it, you know? I didn't think it was that useful until I saw people playing with it during their Let's Plays and everything, and it's like, oh, so that's how you use it. And now I use it all the time. Watch out for the shadows of the monsters that hang from the ceiling. Oh, I know it. But luckily, if you're on a ladder, you can't get hit by the wall master. So, done with them on that one. Come on now. Freeze up. We have now green bubbles. This is the only time where green bubbles exist, as far as I'm aware of. I think they're more common in Master Quest, but don't count me on that because I haven't played Master Quest in like a very long time. So yeah, we needed 2 keys for this room. Now, this room. It's probably the only time where have poison is a kind of a constant. And the game kind of makes you feel like you need to melt this ice, right? With that torch right there. Well, what if I tell you that you don't have to do this puzzle at all? All you have to do is get Din's Fire and melt the ice. That's all you have to do. Because the game is programmed in the way that if ice is melting, the switch will be triggered. It's coded that way. So you don't have to do an awkward jump with this. You can just go Din's Fire and basically solve your puzzle that way. It's that scripted. And I believe it was not fixed in the 3DS version, so you can melt that too, and without having to use ammo with your bow and arrow. Like, again, this whole thing was meant to be a wind temple by technicality. Versus. I hate how the camera basically did not want me to, why did I even have my sword out in the first place? That just makes me feel awkward to have it out with nothing else to do. I guess I'm just so capable of just hitting the B button on a constant basis that I just have to have it out. Alright, now we're gonna wait here and make ourselves go around the merry-go-round again. So we get ourselves out of here. Now you don't have, now it's kind of weird about this dungeon in particular that this corridor you don't have to unsquirk. This actually is a one and done sort of spiel for the unquirking. There we go. Man, I barely landed on this thing. And now we gotta take care of these things. I guess, and then also the fact these corridors were so popular, I guess, that Nintendo loved them so much, is that it was used at the beginning of Majora's Mask. So, but like that's kind of cool in that car. Like it's like again, it's like if you have a set piece that you like using, use it. You know. So it means it's like this game, this place was all just, they were really like, Nintendo was just really happy with this particular setup in mind. Oh yeah, this is where we need to go back. If you want to get that gold Skulltula again, this is where you go and do it. This is where we were trying to get up to before. Now if we just do this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, this. The Scarecrow song. Pierre will show up. So if you need to go down there to get the gold Skulltula again, or whatever reason, which we will, I have no reason of not using it. Ow! Oh, I almost fell off. That would have been bad in my honest opinion, but these things can also, the bow and arrow can kill these things in one shot, so look forward to that. There you go. And now we need to get back up here. Pierre, I hope you can latch me up there, please. There we go. Yep. That's what Pierre is supposed to do for that typical set piece. Most people are like, well, I have to get this gold Skulltula, but now I have to do the temple around again. Like, well, if you had the Scarecrow song, you can circumvent it. Oh, now we got this. The ceiling is falling, and Navi will stop us and tell, hey, watch out! The ceiling is falling down! Navi, you're saying that complete... Oh, wow, that was the first time I'm actually almost seeing third-person Link using the bow and arrow. There we go, got this guy down. I'm gonna hit this guy down as well. I want this thing to fall down. Come on, fall down there. Okay, it's gonna fall down once I get here. There we go, hit that switch, and that door opens up. Now the Skulltulas here are basically spots where the floor will not fall down on you. Or the roof won't fall down on you. So use that to your advantage if you want to get through without... Ooh! And for some reason you can't climb above the roof. Why not? Why can't I? Oh, and now we're down to our third boss. This is our third Poe, and this one we have a block pushing puzzle. Oh. The entire thing is done with one block pushing puzzle. So this block pushing puzzle you have to complete in a minute. Now there's always one block that's opposite of the direction you want to make this puzzle for. It's only made in 4 puzzle blocks. But you have to move out of the way of one puzzle block out of the way so you can get this to work right. So bear that in mind. Ooh. And also at the same time, the context-sensitive power pattern here is a little finicky, but it will get the job done regardless. Come on, I was lined up with that thing. And if you fail this, the blocks will go back up and reordinate themselves. As you can see, there's multiple different faces on them. So even if you actually got it all lined up and everything, the blocks will reset themselves and in different orientation, means you have to spend more time remixing the blocked pieces together. Oh no, Link, come on. Don't do this to me, Link. Don't you do this to me. Push that together. There we go. And now we got our next Poe, our next dungeon boss. And then we gotta wait for her to reconfigure herself. Now I wish, again, this one has like, you know, another, like a unique set piece to start itself off to attack. I just wish the other 2 ones were actually had the same concept. But like, again, it goes down in 2 hits regardless. And that opens that up for us right there. Weakness! And now we're back, and we're heading ourselves right back to the main dungeon now. To the main corridor of this place. Yeah, we've conquered this entire place, up and down, left and right. Because actually we see Beth here. Yeah, this one is called Beth, but that's the only reason why I can remember her. Because she has the most uniqueness of the bunch. She will basically, she's crying right here for her fallen sisters. And she will copy herself into 4. Now, the way to defeat her is to find the one that's actually spinning. If you find the one that's spinning, that's the one you need to harm. And she will do a twirl. She'll do a twirl when she respawns. So as long as you have the way of knowing which one is twirling around, you can hit her that way. Now, she's going to be at a fixed distance from you anytime, so you can't hit her with a sword at all. There we go. There's that one. And the longer you take to shoot her, the faster she's going to start moving around. So watch out for that as you, Oh, cool. And she'll take about, I think, 6 arrows, I think? Because you can't hit her with a sword, so you can't do it in 2 tries. There we go. Like 5 arrows, I think? 4 or 5 arrows will take her down. And that gets us to our finale of this place. Ooh. And come up here, and we fall down to the ground here. Ancient Hylian elevators. And you thought, man, you thought Breath of the Wild had technology. No, we had ancient elevators. So this is a little kind of a weird room. This thing turns around in multiple different ways. And you just gotta push it a little bit here and just push it around time until you find these doors that'll basically unlock themselves. You're looking for 3 buttons. Is what you're looking for. And each button in context will basically open up the next one up. And I'm thinking I messed one up, so I'm gonna push this. Actually, no, I need to. Yeah, if I'm looking at this way, and I'm looking at this room right here, I need to push this one more down. Let's push this down more again. Because the one room is there that is obviously not aligned with the other colors, and that is basically where you start off. Well, actually, this is where you actually get the golden Skulltula here. Yeah. They love to put these things. Yeah, if you're going after golden Skulltulas for the whole 100 completion route, expect your time to be in these dungeons a lot more than normal, just because of where all these gold Skulltulas are placed. Slight annoyance that way. But as long as you just keep rotating the building, or rotating the rooms here, you should be able to find the room you're looking for, and that'll get you through. It's funny, like the weird, like again, the more puzzle elements of this game is all over the place, and that is quite the shock, actually. That, you know, that they were like when Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time were being developed around the same time, this is what they were coming up with. Basically, switching ideas between the both games, and literally, if Miyamoto had his way, this entire dungeon would have been the entire world of Hyrule. And he would jump through paintings and everything. And I'm like, that'd be kind of a lame, that would have been a lame story. I think, why am I not seeing it opening the door? I swear I should have already gotten the door opening for this one already. And I feel like I've already been twisting myself around multiple times by this point. Like, game, just give me my opening. Like, this is the opening I want. This is the boss. I want this one. So this is the room I want, is this one right here. So it's right here. It's like you're spinning it. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, that's. I've already done that one. That was the room I already did. So if we just pop this one over. This has the door to the boss. Okay. Now I know where I'm at on the map. He was getting lost in just the map room of all places. Meh. Let's see, go around that. That one's getting us an opening. That has our switch in it. And that opens up another door. It's on a red panel switch. So we just keep pushing until we get to a red door. And then we just keep going. Like a so. And you can't move when this is happening. This is scripted every time it moves. Let me go right here for this switch right here. And then the last one will be in a blue one. It's ended up in the same route as the way to the boss. So now we just gotta push this until we get ourselves to the blue. And we get ourselves to the boss of this place. Alrighty. And also, I don't know if the manga goes into it very much, but I know the manga goes in here and actually deals with Link's internal turmoil facing Ganon, and knowing what he sees in this dungeon is basically Phantom Ganon by default is quite the enigma for him. I mean, Link is traumatized for most different reasons in the manga. Again, read the manga and you'll basically understand why Link goes the way he does. It's very good. Also, the fact Link has a voice in that manga, which is awesome. Alright, say on the boss this area, which we all know who it is. And this area, folks, is the remnants of what Ocarina of Time would have been. Would have been Link jumping in through paintings, of all paintings here. Well, there's no boss here. Oh, this is kind of lame. I think we'll find Saria somewhere else. And, what? Now, what's stopping me from jumping over these, the rims here? Like, those look like leather rims, like you would see in lines. Whoa! Surprised to see me? Well then, I will basically spook your soul out of existence. The evil spirit from beyond, Phantom Ganon, is here. And he's using the Mario 64 power of jumping into paintings. Now he's gonna come out of one of two paintings. If you see him darker, he will... Oh, he's coming out this way. Ooh boy, ooh boy, so he missed it. So as long as you're in one of these corners, he won't be able to hit you with his electrical power. So basically, just find out where he's at. No! He comes out of the same portal. Oh, you're being a jerk, Phantom Ganon. You have to hit him a few times like this, and then he'll come out and basically fight you for real. He's coming out of this one. He's got to hit him, and then he's gonna chicken out and basically go backwards. You can tell it's the wrong one, the wrong Phantom Ganon's coming up, if it's darker. If it's darker, then that's not the right one. But if it's brighter, it's the right one. So hit him, and he'll jump right back into his painting. So watch out for that. I almost think this is what Hyrule was going to be outside the castle, knowing how dark these paintings are. Oh, he came out of the funnel again. Oh, you cursed thing. You know you can't hurt me, right? I'm in a spot where your electrical bolts don't hit me. And he's coming out of that one. That's brighter. Come at you. Hit him 3 times, and now it's time for Dead Man's Volley. There we go like this. Yeah, take that, you! I'm gonna basically make this walk in the park. Ow! Okay, that's 15 all. I'm gonna make sure of it. Now, the big Goron sword is probably not preferred in this fight. As this fight was basically designed with the Master Sword in mind. But this fight will go on pretty fast because he'll basically... Now, the more you hit him, his shots back, he will basically get faster and faster. But hey, you know what? 3 slices to the big Goron sword, and that takes care of him. I made that boss fight really sad at the start there. Hey kid, you did quite well. Looks like you may be gaining some slight skill. But you have defeated only my phantom. When you fight the real me, it won't be so easy. It's so easy, I'm gonna use this sword on you. What if worthless creation that goes well? I'll measure the gap between dimensions. Are you sure it's not the Nightmare Realm? I hope not. All I need is to have that come up with my nightmares too. Well, we've cleared out the dungeon. Now, if you missed the heart piece here, or the heart container here, you have to walk through the entire dungeon to get back here to get it. And it's a long distance, let me tell you. Alright, let's go save Saria. Oh, goodness gracious! Ooh. And at the end of every dungeon we complete, we have to talk to our dear friend. Or sage, in that matter. Thank you. Because of you, I could awaken as a sage. I am Saria, sage of the Forest Temple. I always believed that you would come because I know you. No. You don't have to explain it to me. Because it is destiny that you and I can't live in the same world. I will stay here as the Forest Sage and help you. Now please, take this medallion. Now what would have happened if Link never got the Master Sword early? You know? that he waited 7 years of Ganondorf just pursuing him to get the everything on it. Would this change? I have no idea if it would, but that'd be kind of a cool alternative take on the Ocarina of Time, let's be fair. You receive the Force Medallion! Saria awakens the Sage and adds her power to yours, which is basically nothing. Saria will always be your friend.